At the end of the Second World War, there were hunts for war criminals and those who had committed crimes under the cover of the deadliest conflict in human history. Many of those who were hunted were members of the SS, and these were the administrators and guards of the concentration camps, but they were also people who shot dead thousands of civilians inside the occupied lands. Rudolf Höss, the commandant of Auschwitz, took a while to locate, and he was the man who oversaw the creation and expansion of the deadliest concentration camp, but he was given away by his wife under interrogation. But one way, which was a sure giveaway for someone being a member of the SS, or the waffen-ss, was the tattoo that was found on the arm, usually of someone. This identified their blood group, and it was used later as evidence for being part of the waffen-ss, and this tattoo led to arrest, imprisonment, prosecution, and even execution, once more evidence was uncovered. Join us today as we look at the SS blood group tattoo, and as always, to support our channel, please make sure to subscribe. The blood group tattoo administered to all members of the waffen-ss was simple in its creation, and it was considered rather important. It was rather small and was usually less than a centimetre long, and it was usually found 20 centimetres above the elbow. This tattoo was a simple letter, either A, B, AB or O, indicating the blood group of the soldier. The importance of this simple tattoo was that if a soldier was unconscious, or if any identifying features, such as their dog tags or paybook, had been lost, then a wounded soldier could be given a blood transfusion, which could possibly save their lives. The tattoo was done during basic training and was applied at times not even by qualified people, but by anyone who was ordered to give the tattoos. One thing to mention is that there were some members of the Waffen-ss who did not have the tattoo, and this included members of the British Free Corps and those who had been transferred to the military part of the SS from other areas. For example, towards the end of the conflict, there were many men who were sent from the concentration camps where they had previously worked as guards. They were then sent to the front lines to plug German losses. These men were quickly sent to the front lines and often did not have the tattoo. There were also some non-SS men who had the tattoo inside the German military, for example those injured Wehrmacht soldiers who were treated inside SS hospitals. Then these men would be given the tattoo for future treatment. As the war went on though and things got more desperate, the blood tattoo was less seen. As mentioned, it was often administered during training. As the war continued and training was rushed through, the tattoo application was often missed to send soldiers straight to the battlefields. However, at the end of the conflict, the Allies learned about the SS blood group tattoo, and it was seen as an identifying feature of the SS, who were hunted by the Allies. Allied soldiers wanted to capture and subject members of the SS to much brutality, and the blood group tattoo even helped identify members of the group. Once arrested, this would prove their membership to what was said to have been a banned and illegal organisation, and they would then be investigated for further crimes. Some of these men were then linked to war crimes after further research, and accounts were told from witnesses about what they'd done, and they were often then sent to war crimes trials. In some cases, men were executed and were sent to the gallows with the blood group tattoo being something that helped to send them to their deaths, following being found guilty of crimes against humanity or war crimes. There were more members of the SS who managed to escape any form of punishment at the end of the war, and some tried to have their tattoos covered up by any means possible. Some former members had them surgically removed, or they burned themselves to conceal the tattoo. There were even some accounts of some Germans injuring themselves by shooting their tattoo to cause a significant wound. Some of the most infamous Nazis managed to escape due to a lack of identifying marks, such as not having the blood tattoo, and under false papers. There were some who passed through the fingers of the Allies. This included the evil doctor of Auschwitz, the Angel of Death, Josef Mengele. He, despite being a member of the SS, did not have the blood group tattoo. One account of what the Allies did when they searched for the tattoo stated, on entering the building, they removed their shirts and raised their arms to be inspected for the SS blood type tattoo. SS men were held either as prisoners of war or, if they had enough rank, under automatic arrest. One former member of the SS stated in the decades after the war that, "The doctor did not look at my boils, but instead looked under my arm, and I knew what they were looking for." After the surrender of the Germans and their failing war effort, the Allies hunted for members of the SS and the infamous blood group tattoo was a sure sign of their service during the Second World War. But for the Germans it served as a practical thing, in which someone could be treated with a transfusion if they needed it, after sustaining a serious wound on the battlefield. It was a small marking, but was an identifier that had a significant repercussion and even led to some men going to the gallows. Thanks for watching. To support our channel, please make sure to subscribe, and once again, thank you so much for watching.